how do you get fix and flip financing? Look, if you're interested in investing in real estate, maybe you're already a real estate investor, maybe you're looking to break in to become a real estate investor, you need to know about fix and flip financing, because if you do this right, you can get 100% of the money you need to buy a house to flip and to rehab it, and you can do it even if you have credit issues. Sounds pretty cool, right? Well, there's a lot to fix and flip financing, and I'm about to decode it all for you right now in this training. We got a lot to cover, so let's dive in. So first of all, when we talk about fix and flip financing, it goes by a lot of different names, even including house reseller, which is like a weird name, but I'm just saying you're gonna see a lot of terms referenced about fix and flip financing. But the concept is the same. There are lenders and financing sources out there that will give you the money you need to buy a house to rehab and give you the money you need to actually rehab the house so you can actually flip it and make a profit. And you're able to get fix and flip financing even if you're just breaking into this industry. Now, that's not common. Okay, we actually work with lending sources and had to go through a lot to find that. A lot of them want you to have experience, but this financing is 100% available even if you are just breaking into the industry. So you want to get fix and flip financing, especially in the beginning of a fix and flip business, because this is what gets you all the money you need to buy the property and rehab the property, minimize your cash out of pocket, then take your profits and make it easier to start doing this in the future, maybe taking your cash to buy the property without needing this. But it becomes very, very important, especially in the beginning of your fix and flip business. The question now is, how do you get it? Well, let's dive into that. The first thing you need to know about fix and flip financing is the property really, really matters. These lenders are very proficient with fix and flips. They understand the concept of buying a property low that needs work, putting the money into it and selling it high for an after repair value. They understand that concept, and they're there to work with you to do this. But the first key is you gotta find the right property. Fix and flip financing only works, and fix and flips only work if you find the right property you can put the money into and get a positive rate of return at the end. So finding the right property is very important with the right fix and flip lenders that care more about the property than anything else. What I mean about that is they care more about the property than they care about collateral, about your personal credit quality, or about other factors like revenue in your business. So finding the right property where you can make the most amount of money is the most important thing when it comes to fix and flip financing. Now, the next thing you're really gonna need to qualify is you're gonna need to have a property that you're buying right, that you know exactly what the repairs are gonna be, and you have an estimate of those repairs. And then when you put that in, you have an after repair value that's considerably higher than what you bought the property for, because that's what matters. The after repair value is what lenders are really gonna look at. That's how they're gonna make the decision of how much to give you. And if you want 100% of the money to buy and flip the property, then you have to have a high enough value of the property when it's after it's repaired to be able to justify that. So what I mean by that is a lot of fix and flip lenders will go as high as 65, 70%, or sometimes even higher of the after repaired value. So let's just say, for example, it's a really simple numbers, that if we have a property that's gonna be worth $100,000 after it's repaired, well, then the lender will lend us upwards of, let's say, $70,000 on that, 70% of the after repaired value. Well, if I'm buying the property for 40 grand and only gonna put 20 grand into it, that's exactly what the lender wants to see. I found a property, buying it for 40, it's worth 100 when it's fixed, I got 20,000 of repairs I'm gonna need, they're gonna lend me 70,000, now I've got enough money to buy the property and to actually rehab the property. But in order for that to work, I have to have a big enough gap between what I'm buying it for and what it's actually gonna be worth after it's repaired. If that gap isn't big enough, that's when you're gonna have to come out of pocket. So let's say in this exact same example, the after repair value is 100 grand. The lender's willing to lend 70% of that, which is 70 grand. But let's say you're getting the property for $60,000 and you know it's going to require 20 grand of repairs. Now you have a problem, right? Now you're gonna get the lender to give you 70, you buy it for 60, so they give you enough money to buy the property, they're giving you 10 grand for repairs, but you know you're gonna have to put in 10 grand of your own money for repairs as well. Maybe it's a problem, maybe it's not. Fix and flip financing does minimize the amount of money that you need down, and you can eliminate the money you need down if you get the right deal. So getting that property and the right deal on the property is essential, and also knowing and working out with your actual contractors the cheapest price for them to do the work is also crucial, because those are the important aspects. We got to buy the house right. We got to get the right repairs done at the most affordable price. That's going to keep our cost low, and that's going to keep our loan to value where we need it to be. So fix and flip lenders will pay 100% of the cost that we need to be able to buy the property and rehab it as well. Now, if you've never worked with fix and flip financing before, it works very similar to construction loans. They're actually going to give you draws to do certain parts of the work. So the very first stage may be demolition. It may cost you $5,000, and they're actually going to release the draw to do that first stage of the process. So what's going to happen with fix and flip financing is they're not going to just give you all the money you need. They're going to first help you buy the property. Then they're going to give you money in draws as you actually work through the stages of rehabbing that property till you get through, you get the inspections done along the way, till you get through to the very end. Then you've got all the money you need to buy the property, to rehab the property, and then pay it off. Now, oftentimes they're expecting you to do this in about 6 months or less. That means that fix and flip property terms are typically for about 6 months. Now, you can get them longer than 6 months, but usually when you ask for an extension, there's more money involved. They're going to charge you higher rates, higher fees if you need that extension. So keep that in mind. You're going to have about 6 months with most fix and flip financing to get this entire process done without paying higher fees and higher rates because we need to get that extension. Speaking of rates, a lot of people ask me, what types of rates do you pay? Well, this is considered to be hard money, but I find that rates are oftentimes 8 to 12%. Not that bad considering you're looking at really short-term financing. So again, the most important aspect here is you got to get the right deal on that property. If you get the right deal on the property, then it pays for everything you need. The lender will cover the actual purchase. The lender will cover the actual rehab of the property as well, and you're able to have a nice profit without putting a lot of your money in. And one more very valuable tip. Outside of fix and flip financing, which is specifically for this purpose, there's another really phenomenal program out there called Credit Line Hybrid, which can help you as well. With Credit Line Hybrid, you're able to get $50,000, $100,000, even $150,000 in funding. You're able to get 0% financing, and you're able to take the cash out at 0%. It's very popular for real estate flippers and investors, and it's way cheaper and more affordable than fix and flip financing is. You don't need revenue, you don't need collateral to qualify. All you need is you to have good personal credit, or a guarantor or a signer of some sort to have good personal credit. If you have that, there's a great chance that you're able to get approved, get $50,000, $100,000, $150,000 to be able to buy the property. You can then build business credit and use business credit cards at Home Depot, Lowe's, that you can get without a personal guarantee and credit check to actually pay for the repairs. So this is another strategy you can use other than just fix and flip financing, is you can combine Credit Line Hybrid with business credit and finance everything you need to do your flips that way as well. Then when you combine these strategies, it just gives you the ability to be able to do multiple properties at the same time and grow your fix and flip business even faster. So if you want to learn more about these kind of financing, well, then you can go to the link in this description and fill out our finance qualifier. And you can easily get it at creditsuite.com/get funding. And we can talk to you about all the financing, including fix and flip, including Credit Line Hybrid, even including business credit that you're able to get right now. You can also click the link in this description to get your free finance assessment with us. On this finance assessment, we'll actually help you get your business credit reports for free, give you tips and tactics to improve those. We'll help you structure your fundability foundation to a point where you can qualify for more money at better terms. And we even tell you all the money you can qualify for right now, including Credit Line Hybrid, fix and flip, and many other kind of loans and credit lines that you can use to grow your fix and flip business. So make sure you grab your free finance assessment by giving us a call at 877-600-2487 or click the link to the description in this video. Did you get value from this training? If so, make sure you like and subscribe and click the little bell notification thing to turn on notifications when we go live, so that way when we release new content and when we go live, you can be there with us to get more tips and tactics to be able to get the money you need to grow your business. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you next time.